I was reading a quote here by Neville Goddard, and it says, "How do you get out of a state? Through belief. You must believe in the doctrine. You are told whatsoever you desire. Believe you have received it, and you will." And I want to discuss how we could separate people into two camps, if you will, just for the sake of the example. But in reality, we know that the spiritual and physical worlds are not really separate, that they intertwine. But let's say, for the sake of the example, you have the physical people and the spiritual people. The physical people are the people that are heavily focused on performance, striving, working hard for the money, whatever, working hard for whatever it is that they quote unquote want. And then you have the spiritual camp, the people who believe, well, I'm gonna, no matter what, believe I'm abundant and, meditate. I believe in meditating hard, like, so I think that a lot of times there can be conflict because the people in the physical camp, if you will, when they hear about things that are more spiritually focused or internally world focused, they become concerned and they're like, but wait a minute, does that mean we don't get to work? Does that mean I don't get to meet my goals? Does that mean I can't say that I did this, that I can't work hard for the money? And it's just like, no, calm down, but so the thing is, let's take the example of saying, how do I get out of the state of being fat, right? We could say, well, the people in the physical camp mindset would say, well, of course, you have to work hard and you have to eat the right diet and you have to exercise and you have to. All right, fine. And then in the spiritual camp, well, how do you get out of the state of being overweight or fat? Okay, well, they would say, you have to believe you have already received it. You have to get into the internal state that you already are that which you desire to be, that you already have the body that you desire to have. Like, you have to feel it real now. You have to make the internal shift now. And then, from that place, and I think that this is where the both can intertwine, from the place where you have to shift it internally, all right? Your intuition or whatever your state will lead you to do the things that you would need to do specifically for yourself. But first, you have to get into the state that you already are and have the body that you desire to have. And I think that therein can lie the difficulty. So, people that only allow themselves to be in the physical camp misconstrue things to think that when you get into the spiritual way of doing things, that takes away the work, that means you don't work, that means you don't quote unquote do. And it's not true. You do, but you do it out of a different place. You're doing it out of a place of already being that which you want to be. The people who only have the physical mindset do things out of a world where they lack, and they are not yet who they want to be, but they are striving to become who they want to be, which could be a more difficult, sweat to the brow road, if you will. So essentially, it's generally a combination of both, but the mindsets and the internal states are different.